Paper number 63, question number 66 to 70. Now in this question number 66 to 70, these questions are based on inequalities, coded inequalities. Then what are the symbols given here? Percentage stands for what? Now here percentage means not greater than. As it is not greater than, that means it must be either lesser than or equals to. And next one, hash stands for what? Hash stands for neither greater nor smaller. Neither greater nor smaller, it must be equal to at the rate of. Now is at the rate of stands for not smaller than, that is greater than or equals to. And this star, and star stands for neither smaller nor equal to, that is greater than. And finally this dollar, dollar stands for neither greater nor equals to, that must be lesser than. And these are the symbols given. Then in question number 66, now first replace the symbols. At the rate of stands for greater than or equals to, x greater than or equals to y, y percentage means y lesser than or equals to z, and z dollar a means z lesser than a at the rate of means a greater than or equals to b. And this star stands for x greater than a greater than y, and percentage is lesser than or equals to, and this is again lesser than or equals to. Then with the help of this one, x greater than or equals to y, y lesser than or equals to z, z lesser than a, and a greater than or equals to b. Then first one, x greater than a. Now between x and a, there is one greater than, one lesser than, hence conclusion 1 does not follow. And conclusion 2, a greater than y, y is here, a is here, this is lesser than, now between these two. Which symbol is common here? Lesser than or equals to lesser than, hence y lesser than a, that means a greater than y, definitely true. Then coming to the third one, b lesser than or equals to x. Now the relation between b and x, there are two opposite symbols, hence no conclusion can be drawn. Then what is the fourth one here? Y lesser than or equals to b. Y is here, b is here, lesser than or equals to, greater than, hence no conclusion between these two. Then what is your answer here? Only 2 follows. Only 2, that is given in choice 1. Clear now? Rather than giving directly the symbols, now he has given in the coded form. Then question number 67. Now in the 67, percentage stands for what? Percentage stands for lesser than or equals to, and a hash stands for equals to, and percentage is lesser than or equals to, and dollar stands for lesser than. At the rate of is greater than or equals to, and dollar is lesser than. At the rate of is greater than or equals to, dollar is lesser than. Now r lesser than or equals to o equals to f, f lesser than or equals to I lesser than l. Then the relation between f and r. R is here, f is here, r lesser than or equals to f, f greater than or equals to r, definitely true. Then coming to the second one, o lesser than l, between o and l lesser than or equals to, lesser than, hence o lesser than l, definitely true. And the third one, I greater than or equals to r, between r and I, r lesser than or equals to I means I greater than or equals to r. Then what is the fourth one here? R lesser than l, between r and l, r lesser than l is also true. Then what is your answer here? All the 4 conclusions follow. Hence wherever there is equals to, if you observe here, o equals to f is there, and rather than writing down the symbols, just we are writing o and f at the same place. Because if you write this equals to, there is every chance of getting confused. Okay? Hence remove that equals to and keep these two as a similar. Then question number 68. And E and dollar stands for E lesser than U, and U hash means U equals to B, and B at the rate of means B greater than or equals to M, and M hash stands for M equals to T. Then the conclusion, B star B greater than E, and a hash stands for equals to, and dollar stands for lesser than. Then B greater than E, E lesser than B means B greater than E, definitely true. And T equals to U, U greater than or equals to T, U greater than or equals to T, T lesser than or equals to U. As T lesser than or equals to U, and say that T equals to U, T lesser than U, hence either 2 or 4, isn't it? Either 2 or 4. Then coming to the third one, E and T, the relation between E and T, between these two there are 2 opposite symbols, hence no relation. Hence what is your answer here? And 1 and either 2 or 4, that is given in choice 3. 1 and either 2 or 4, choice 3 is the answer. Then question number 69. Now hash J equals to S, and S at the rate of means S greater than or equals to T, and I dollar, I lesser than T. I lesser than T means T greater than I, isn't it? T greater than I percentage means I lesser than or equals to C. Then the first conclusion at the rate of is greater than or equals to, and star stands for what is star here? Star is greater than. Then tell me C greater than or equals to J. Now between J and C there are two opposite symbols, no conclusion between these two. And T and J, now J greater than or equals to T means T lesser than or equals to J, but here it is greater than or equals to, that is false. Then J greater than I. Between J and I there is only one symbol which is common, greater than. And next one C greater than or equals to S. S is here, C is here, between these two opposite symbols, that is false. Then what is your answer here? Only 1, that is only 3 is to choice 1. Then coming to question number 70, hash. Now this hash stands for M equals to A, and A at the rate of means A greater than or equals to R percentage, R lesser than or equals to K K greater than E. Then M percentage, M lesser than or equals to R, and next one dollar is lesser than, at the rate of is greater than or equals to, and greater than or equals to. And the relation between M and R, M greater than or equals to R is 2, hence conclusion 1 does not follow. And the second one, E and A and E, 1 greater than, 1 lesser than, 2 opposite symbols, this is also false. And the third one, K greater than or equals to M, between M and K there are 2 opposite symbols, this is also false. Then fourth one, A and K, between A and K there is 1 greater than, 1 lesser than, 2 opposite symbols, that is false. Hence none of the conclusions is true, that is choice 4. Done with this? Now this is about question number 66 to 70, coded inequalities. Then 71 to 75, now these comes under which category? Input and output. Now in this input output, this type of question was given first in IBPS 2013 IBPS. Earlier at that time we used to have a single examination, IBPS PO 2013, that was the model. And prior to this one, now one element, each of the step 2 elements used to be arranged. If there are 10 elements, we used to get 5 steps, or 12 elements, we used to get 6 steps. But this was the first time wherein has started giving each element is arranged in each of those steps. Hence in total, if you observe here, how many elements are there in the input? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 elements are there, and how many steps are there? 9 steps. That means in each of these steps exactly one element has been arranged. Rather than arranging two elements, then only one element is arranged. In that examination he has given some 14 elements, okay, in the input, and in the question he has given 16 elements. For those 16 elements, 13 steps are required. It itself is a time consuming. Then coming to this one, yes, what is the logic behind this one? Now compare the input with the final output. If you compare the input with the final output, then what is the final output here? Final output here, T, S, J, F, C, and the numbers 19, 31, 1, 59, 77, 95. All the numbers are arranged in the ascending order, and now the words are arranged in the descending order. The words are arranged in the descending order, and the numbers are arranged in the ascending order. Then coming to this one, then in step 1, the least word has been arranged at the first place, isn't it? All the remaining elements will be shifted to the next position. Then in step 2, the least number arranged at the last place. And next one, the first word is shifted to the third place, and the next highest word arranged at the first place. Are you following this one or not? Then in step 2, in step 4, then next, now so this 19 is shifted to this place, 19 shifted to this place, and what is the next number to 19 here? Then 19, after this 19, which element has been arranged here? 19 arranged, and now sir, now in this one, once again, now the least word, crime arranged at the first place in step 1, then in step 2 what happens here, the highest number 95 arranged at the last place. Then in step 3, and the next word after crime arranged at the first place, then in step 4, and the previous number to 95, that is 77 arranged at the previous to 95. And in step 5, the next word to font, that is jump arranged at the first place, and in the next one, and 95, 77, and what is the previous number to this one? 59 arranged at the third place. Done with this? And so on. next one word will be arranged, next number will be arranged, and so on. Hence all these words will be arranged in the ascending order, and all these numbers are arranged in the ascending order, words in the descending order. Clear now? And all these 5 questions are based on the same input. How many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In total 12 elements are there. Then in each of the steps, arrange word at the first place and number at the last place, and in the third step, a next word, and in the fourth step, next number, and so on. And this is about question number 71 to 75. Then question number 76 onwards. Now 76 onwards, 76 to 80. 8 persons are seated around a circular table. Who are those 8 persons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H are seated around a circular table, and but not necessarily in the same order. Only 3 persons facing the center, and the rest are facing away from the center. 3 are facing the center, and the remaining persons are facing away from the center. And H faces outside. As what is information here? H is facing outside, clearly given. If H faces outside, A sits out to the left of H, hence A must be at this place. A sits out to the left of H, D sits second to the right of A. As D is seated second to the right of A, then how many possibilities we can have? We can have 2 possibilities. If A is away from the center, D will be here because D sits second to the right of A. And in the second case, what is the second possibility here? Now H is facing away from the center, and this A is here. A sits out to the left of H, and H faces outside. D sits second to the right of A. As D sits second to the right of A, if A is facing the center, and D will be here. How many possibilities do we have? We have some 2 possibilities. Then both the immediate neighbors of D faces the center. Immediate neighbors of D faces the center, and these 2 persons faces the center. But whereas in the first case, what happens here? Immediate neighbor, one of the immediate neighbor of D is H. Now this is H is facing away from the center, and this case is completely ruled out. Clear now? Finally, we are left with only one case. And C sits second to the right of G. C is seated second to the right of G, and G is not an immediate neighbor of H. As G is not an immediate neighbor of H, G cannot be in these 2 places. G cannot be here, and G cannot be here. And G can be either here or here, isn't it? And G is not an immediate neighbor of H, and C sits second to the right of G. C is seated second to the right of G. Now if G is at this place, then C sits second to the right of H is not possible, because and H and this C must be in the same place, hence G cannot be here. Are you following this one or not? Or else if you take G at this place, then what happened to this one? C sits second to the right of G, then C will be here, that is possible. Or if you take G at this place and C can be here, then G is facing the center C, that is and one more possibility. And B is to the immediate right of E is given. As B is to the immediate right of E, hence this B and E must be together. As this B and E must be together, tell me where can this B and E? B and E. Now earlier we had discussed about the possibilities for this G. Tell me what are the different possibilities we have for this G. Now if you take G at this place, and C sits second to the right of G, then C will be here. If C is here, then these 2 persons B and E are immediate neighbors to each other. As B and E are immediate neighbors to each other, these 2 persons will be like this. If B and E are like this, then who is the person left over? F is the person left over. Tell me how many persons are inward and how many are outward? 3 persons facing the center. As of now, 3 are facing the center, all the remaining persons must be away from the center. As all these persons are away from the center, then C is second to the right of G. As C is seated second to the right of G, next one, G is not an immediate, B is to the immediate right of E. As B is to the immediate right of E, then E must be here, because this B and E are away from the center. As B and E are away from the center, as this B is to the immediate right of E, and this person is E, and this person must be. Clear now? And this is the final arrangement wherein these 8 persons are seated around a circular table, 3 are inward and 5 are outward. Question number 76 to 80. Then 81 to 85, first draw this diagram, write down the final arrangement, then let us discuss about this 81 to 85. How many persons are there? There are 7 people. 7 people, P, Q, R, S, T, U and V, like different colors. And what are the colors given here? Green, blue, pink, orange, red, yellow and purple, not necessarily in the same order. Not necessarily in the same order. Each one of them works in a different bank. Dena Bank, Bank of Baroda, SBI, Indian Bank, Corporation, IDB and PNB, but not necessarily in the same order. Clear now? Question numbers 81 to 85. Shall I start with this one? Now 7 people, P, Q, R, S, T, U and V. P, Q, R, S, T, U and V, like different colors, and they are working in different banks. How many parameters are there in this one? There are 2 parameters. What are those 2 parameters here? Now one is the color and the other one is the bank in which they are working. S likes orange, clearly given, hence orange is here, S likes orange. And what is the bank? SBI is the bank. Now it comes under distribution type of question, hence we should fix the persons in the first column. Then S likes orange and works at SBI. P likes red and does not work in. P likes what? P likes red and does not work in Indian Bank. And this P does not work in Indian Bank. This is how to represent the data. P does not work in Indian Bank and Indian Bank, IDBI and PNB. IDBI and PNB. Now this person is not working in any one of these 3 banks. Indian Bank, IDBI and PNB, this P is not working. And the one who likes blue works in Corporation Bank. The color is blue and that person works in which bank? Corporation Bank. And the one who likes blue color works in Corporation Bank, and T does not like blue and green. As T does not like blue and green, and the colors are what? Blue and green are ruled out for this T. T does not like blue and green. T does not like blue and green. T does not work in Dena Bank and Indian Bank. Now this T does not work in Dena Bank and this T does not work in Indian Bank as well. Dena Bank and Indian Bank. V does not like blue, green, pink and yellow. V does not like blue, green, pink and yellow. And this V does not like blue, green, pink and yellow. And next one. The one who likes yellow does not work in Dena Bank. And yellow does not work in what? Yellow does not work in Dena Bank, and so write Dena Bank and put a cross. And the one who likes yellow does not work in Dena Bank, Indian Bank, Bank of Baroda, Dena Bank, Indian Bank, Bank of Baroda, and what is the other thing left over here? And PNB. Now the person who likes yellow and does not work in any one of these 4 banks. Then, as tell me, the one who works in yellow. Yellow is what? Yellow is working in which bank? Can we identify this one? Now how many banks are there? Tell me. In total we have some 7 banks. Out of which the person who likes yellow is not working in any one of these 4 banks were ruled out. And this yellow does not work in SBI as well, because the person who likes orange works in SBI. 5 banks were ruled out. And the person who likes blue color works in Corporation Bank. 6 banks were ruled out. Then what is the only bank left over here? IDBI. Hence who works in IDBI here? Yellow. The one who likes yellow works in IDBI. Are you following this one or not? Then PNB. R, U and V do not work in Indian Bank. R does not work in Indian Bank and U does not work in Indian Bank and this V does not work in Indian Bank. Now if you check out here, Indian Bank cannot be by U and cannot be by V and cannot be by T as well and cannot be by S, because SBI here cannot be Indian Bank, here cannot be Indian Bank. Tell me who is the only person who works in Indian Bank here? This Q works in Indian Bank. Done with this? Q works in Indian Bank. Next one. And U does not work in Dena Bank. And U does not work in Dena Bank. U, Dena Bank. Dena Bank, Corporation Bank, BOB and PNB. And this person U does not work in Dena Bank, Corporation Bank. And what is the next one here? Corporation Bank, Bank of Baroda and PNB. Now this person is not working in Dena Bank, Corporation Bank, isn't it? And Bank of Baroda, and what is the other thing here? PNB. This person does not work in any one of this. Now let us check out. U does not work in Indian Bank, U does not work in Dena Bank, U does not work in Corporation Bank, Bank of Baroda and PNB, 5 were ruled out. And this person does not work in SBI as well. And 6 were ruled out. Then what is the only thing left over for this U? This person U must work in. Are you following this one or not? 7 banks were there. Out of which this U is not working in these 6 banks. What is the bank left over here? IDBI is left over. As IDBI is left over, and this person must like which color? This person U must like yellow color. Done with this? If you observe here, most of the statements are negative statements in this one. From that one we are taking the information. T does not work in PNB. As T does not work in PNB, now let us check out for this PNB. T does not work in PNB. Then coming to this one, Blue and Corporation Bank. As tell me where can this Blue and Corporation be? Now this is red, and here blue cannot be here. Here blue cannot be here. Here blue cannot be here. As what are the different possibilities for this blue? Either R, T, or V. And the person blue is working in Corporation Bank, and this T, and whatever this T, tell me whether this T can work in this one Corporation Bank or not. And this T does not like blue color, as this T does not like blue color, and this person, and again this V is also does not like blue color, and so T and V does not like blue color. Hence who must like blue color here? R must like blue color. If R likes blue color, and this person must work in Corporation Bank. Indian Bank, Corporation Bank, SBI and IDBI were fine. Now we are left with the remaining colors. What are the remaining colors here? Red, blue, green, yellow. Red, blue, orange and yellow. And now we are left with what? The remaining colors. Tell me what are the remaining colors. Then green. Now this person does not like green, isn't it? As this T does not like green, then whatever this one, this person also does not like green V. T and V does not like green, and this Q must like green color. Red, green, blue, orange, yellow were done. Now we are left with pink and purple. This person V does not like pink, and this T likes pink color. If this T likes pink color, and this V likes purple color. Then coming to these banks, Indian Bank, Corporation Bank, SBI and IDBI were done. Now we are left with the PNB. Now this person does not work in PNB, P, and again this person, U is also not working, and this person is not working, T is not working in PNB, isn't it? As these two persons, P and T does not work in PNB, then who must work in PNB? V must work in PNB. If V works in PNB, then now this person T does not work in Dena Bank. As T does not work in Dena Bank, then this P works in Dena Bank. If this P works in Dena Bank, then what is the bank left over here? Bank of Baroda. Then who works in Bank of Baroda? T works in Bank of Baroda. Done with this? Now in this distribution, this is the advantage what we have by representing the information like this. We have read the information only once from top to bottom. Accordingly, we have represented the data. Once we have represented the data, then we need to adjust the given data. Clear now? And this is the final arrangement. P, Q, R, S, T, U and V. And the persons and the colors they like are red, green, blue, orange, pink, yellow and purple. And the banks they are working in are Dena Bank, Indian Bank, Corporation Bank, SBI, Bank of Baroda, IDBI and PNB. Question numbers 81 to 85. Yes, write down this arrangement. Then let us discuss about this question numbers 86 onwards, 86 to 90. (86 to 90). And these are based on what? Data sufficiency. Yes, tell me what about this? Now in this data sufficiency, question numbers 86 to 90. Out of U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, who is the second fastest? Now tell me how many statements are there given in this one? 3 statements. As 3 statements are there in this data sufficiency, earlier we had discussed about when our 3 statements were given. Yes, what is the priority we have taken at that time? The priority, the first priority should always be for individual statements like only 1, only 2, only 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 3. Then all the 3. This is how we are supposed to approach. Then in 86, then tell me what is the choice? Yes, what are the choices here? Now single statements were not there, 1 and 3, 1 and 2, that is choice 2, and cannot be answered 2 and 3, all 1 and. That means individual statements were not given, then directly we can go for combination of 2 statements. Then what is the first one here? 1 and 3. Now with the help of 1 and 3, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, there are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And among these 6, now the question is about what? And who is the second fastest? Now we need to find out the person who is the second fastest at this place. Clear? And V is faster than both Z and X. V is faster than both Z and X. The order could be VZX or VXZ. Now we are checking for choice 1 and 3. And V is faster than both Z and X. And condition number 3, W is faster than Y. And W is faster than Y, but slower than U. Then by combining these, are we getting any answer here? There is no specific order given in this, isn't it? Hence, choice 1 is ruled out. Then coming to choice 2, only 1 and 2. As V is faster than Z and X, this is 1. And what about 2 here? Y is faster than only 3 people. Y is faster than only 3 people, hence Y must be here. And X is lower than Z. X is lower than Z, this case is ruled out. Now in this one. Yes, tell me in this one, either VZX can be like this, or VZX can be like this, or VZX can be like this. And so who is the second here? Anyone can be at the second place, isn't it? Hence, choice 2 is also ruled out. Then the question cannot be answered with even all the 3. That is, as of now, we cannot able to determine about this. Then only 2 and 3. Then only 2 and 3 if you take, what is 3 here? W is faster than Y. And condition number 2. Condition number 2, Y is faster than only 3 people. X is lower than Z. X is lower than Z, this is condition number 2. And condition number 3, W is faster than Y. W is faster than whom? Y. But slower than whom? But slower than U. As W is faster than Y and slower than U, before this Y, there must be 2 persons. Who are those 2 persons? U and W in the same order. Am I getting the answer or not? What is the answer I am getting here? Who is the second fastest? And W is the second fastest. Then which statement is required? 2 and 3 are sufficient to determine the answer. Done with this? Hence choice 4. Then question number 86, choice 4. Then 87, how is debate written in the given code language? How is debate written in the given code language? Again, now let us check out whether individual statements were given or not, and they were not given. Then we should go for combination of 2 statements. Then choice 1, only 1 and 2. Only 1 and 2, there was some debate, and see what was there. And what is the word which is common here? Was and there. Here also was and there are the only 2 terms which are common. And the code for debate cannot be identified, because sum and debate are the 2 words left over, and 2 codes will be left over. The code for debate cannot be identified by combining 1 and 2. Are you following this one or not? Then coming to condition number 2, only 2 and 3. If you combine 2 and 3 and see what was there, and some people like debate, is there any word which is common between these 2? No word is common. Hence, by combining these 2 also, we cannot able to determine the answer. And next one, 1 and 3. If you go for 1 and 3, 1 and 3, there was some debate and some people like debate. Then, what are the words which are common here? Sum and debate are the 2 words common. Here also 2 codes will be common. We cannot able to determine the code for this debate, isn't it? Hence, this is also ruled out. Then by combining all these 3, if you combine all these 3, then what are the words that can be identified here? There and was, here also there and was, and sum and debate, sum and debate. Hence, we cannot able to identify the code. Hence, what is your answer here? By combining all the statements also, we cannot able to determine the code for the word debate. Hence, choice 5 is the answer. Then, the question cannot be answered even by combining all the 3 statements together. Then, question number 88. Now, in this 88, out of 7 people standing in a straight line facing north, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people standing in a straight line facing north, then who is to the immediate left of M? Now, the question is about what? Who is to the immediate left of M? Then 1 and 3. N is 4 to the left of L. N is 4 to the left of L. As N is 4 to the left of L, we can write the information like this. And K and N are immediate neighbors. As K and N are immediate neighbors, K and N can be like this, or N is here 1, 2, 3, L. K and N can be like this. There are 2 possibilities. And condition number 1. Then condition number 3. H and M are immediate neighbors of each other. H and M can be at any one of these places, hence 1 and 3 is not sufficient. Then choice 2, 2 and 3. Now in choice 2 and 3, I is 4 to the left of J. I is what? 1, 2, 3 and 4 to the left of J. I is 4 to the left of J. L is not at the extreme end of the line. L is not at the extreme end of the line. Then condition number 3, H and M are immediate neighbors. Here also there is no information regarding all the people, hence this also cannot be identified. And 1 and 3 is not sufficient, 2 and 3 is not sufficient, then we should check out for 1 and 2. Now in this 1 and 2. And 1 and 2, 1 is here and second one is what? I is 4 to the left of J. L is not at the extreme end, here also we cannot able to identify. Then by combining all this. If you combine all this, now we are combining all these 3 statements, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in order to determine the person who is to the immediate left of M. N is 4 to the left of L. N is 4 to the left of L. N is 4 to the left of L, that is one possibility. Then what is the second possibility here? N is 4 to the left of L, isn't it? Because L is not at the extreme end of the line, that is clearly given, hence we are having only 2 possibilities. And K and N are immediate neighbors. As K and N are immediate neighbors, K is here. In this case, either K can be at this or K can be like this, isn't it? There are 2 possibilities in the second case. N is 4 to the left of L, K and N are immediate neighbors, I is 4 to the left of J. As I is 4 to the left of J, if I is here, 4 to the left of J, and J must be at this place. Are you following this one or not? I is 4 to the left of J, in this case, I is 4 to the left of J, and J must be here. And in this case, I is 4 to the left of J, if I is here, and J will be here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 places. All the 3 cases are valid or not? I is 4 to the left of J, and L is not at the extreme end of the line. H and M are immediate neighbors to each other. Now in this case, H and M are immediate neighbors to each other is ruled out, isn't it? Hence here also that is ruled out. Finally we are left with only one case. And what is ordered here? H and M. Are you getting the answer or not? Then what is the answer we are getting here? Who is to the immediate left of M? Are you getting the answer? What is the answer we are getting? Now sir, in this one, if you take H and M are like this, H is to the immediate left of M. And do we have any information between these two, who is to the left of whom? Not given. Either it can be M and H also. H and M are immediate neighbors. Doesn't mean that H is to the immediate left of M. Now in this case, in the first case, H is to the immediate left of M, and in the second case, I is to the immediate left of M. How many answers I am getting here? Either H or I. Hence by combining these two also, we cannot able to determine the person who is to the immediate left of M, and the question cannot be answered by using all the 3 statements also. Clear now? Hence what is the answer here? Choice 5. Good. Then coming to question number 89. Now in this question number 89, S, T, V, W, X, Y and Z are the members. Then who among them is the daughter of Z? Tell me who among them is the daughter of Z. And T is the father of V. Then again, the question cannot be answered, we cannot directly go for choice 1. And all 1, 2 and 3 are required, we cannot directly go for this one. Then individual statement is there in individual 2 and 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 3. Now we should check out 3, 4 and 5 first, then we should come for 2, then we should go for 1. This is the priority. Then in this one, 2 and 3. What do you mean by this 2 and 3? Y is the husband of W. Y is the husband of W can be represented like this. X is the wife of V. X is the wife of V. X is the wife of whom? X is the wife of V. Then third one, V is the brother of W. V is the brother of W and X is the wife of V and T is the husband of Z. T is the husband of Z. Hence with the help of 2 and 3 we cannot able to determine the relation of T and Z with any one of these persons. Isn't it? Hence 2 and 3 is not sufficient. As 2 and 3 is not sufficient, then coming to 1 and 2. As what is 1 and 2 here? T is the father of V. T is the father of V and X is the wife of V. X is the wife of V. X is the wife of V. S is the granddaughter of Z. S is the granddaughter of Z. Z and S is the granddaughter of Z. Then this is about condition number 1. Then condition number 2, Y is the husband of W. Y is the husband of W. X is the wife of V. X is the wife of V. By combining 1 and 2 also we cannot able to determine how the Z related to these persons, hence that is also not sufficient. Then 1 and 3 if you take, and 1 and 3, V is the brother of W, V is, and T is the husband of Z, V is the husband of and T is the husband of Z, and here also it is not sufficient. Then by combining all this, now let us check out whether it is possible to combine this one or not. T is the father of V. T is the father of V can be written like this. X is the wife of V. X is the wife of V. V is a male. S is the granddaughter of Z. And Z is here. S is the granddaughter of Z. And Y is the husband of W. X is the wife of V. And V is the brother of W. V is the brother of whom? V is the brother of W. W is here. V is the brother of W. T is the husband of Z. As T is the husband of Z, Z will be here. Then T is the father of V. X is the wife of V. S is the granddaughter. Y is the husband of W. Y is the husband of W. As Y is the husband of W, then whatever this one, this V and W are the children of this T. Then what is the question here? Then who among them is the granddaughter, is the daughter of Z? Tell me who is the daughter of Z? W is the daughter of Z. Am I getting the answer or not? How am I getting the answer here? By combining all the 3 statements. That means all the 3 are required to determine the answer, that is choice 2. 89. Then question number 90. Now in which month did Sania won the competition in the year 2012? Then, now again if you observe here, all the statements are what? 2 statements, 1 and 2. And Sania won the competition after May 2012 but before November. After May and before November it could be June, July, August, September. June, July, August, September, any one of these 4. Then what about condition number 2 here? And Sania won the competition after July but before December. After July, before December, August, September, October, November. August, September, October, November. And so how many are common between these 2? There are 2 months which are common, hence 1 and 2 is not sufficient. Then going for 1 and 3. Now 1 and 3, this is 1. And what is 3 here? Now in this 3, the competition was not held in June 2012. June is ruled out, isn't it? And the month in which the competition was held had less than 31 days. Less than 31 days. July 31 days, August 31 days, and September having only 30 days. Hence, are we getting the answer or not? By combining 1 and 3, we can able to determine that this person, Sania, won the competition in the month of September. And tell me what other statements are required? Only 1 and 3 are required, choice 2. As done with this, now this is about question numbers 86 to 90. Then, tell me what about 91 to 95? Now question numbers 91 to 95. Now these questions are based on syllogisms. Some of the instructions are what? Some of the instructions are suggestions. All instructions are descriptions. All these instructions are description. All descriptions are explanations. All these descriptions are what? Explanations. And no explanation is a response. No explanation is a response. Now this is what? The statements. Then what is the first conclusion here? Some explanations are suggestions. Some explanations are suggestions, definitely true. These are the explanations and these are the suggestions. and no response is a suggestion. No response is a suggestion, that is definitely true, isn't it? As of now it is true. And next one, sorry, this is the third one, right? Second one, all suggestions are responses, that is false. And third one, no response is a suggestion, that is definitely true. And the fourth one, all instructions are explanations. All instructions are explanations is also true. Out of these four conclusions, what happened to this one? Only the third one is a negative conclusion. As the third one is a negative conclusion, to make this one false, to make the third conclusion false, no response is a suggestion. Now we should prove some of the responses are suggestions. Tell me whether we can prove like that or not. Rather than drawing my response here, now I am drawing my response like this. By doing so, what happens here? We have proven a case wherein some of the responses are suggestions, and so no response is a suggestion will be false. Alternate diagram proven. Previous conclusion false. And so what is your answer here? Only 1 and 4 follow. Only 1 and 4 choice. Choice 3 is the answer. Question number 91, it is choice 3. Then coming to question number 92. No computer is a phone. No computer is phone. And this is computer. And this is phone. No computer is a phone. All machines are phones. All these machines are phones. All keys are computers. All keys are computers. No television is a computer. No television is a computer. Television, computer, no relation between these. Then what is the first conclusion here? Some machines are television. Some machines are televisions is false. No machine is a computer, that is definitely true. No machine is a computer, that is definitely true. No key is a phone. No key is a phone, that is also definitely true. And no television is a machine. No television and machine is also true. With the help of the statement, no television is a machine. Television is here, machine is here. Basic diagram, this is also true. Then by combining this. Then by combining these, tell me what are the conclusions that can be drawn. Now, sir, these three are what? These three are negative conclusions. To make them false, now we need to prove their alternate diagrams. No machine is a computer. Now tell me whether I can prove some machines are computers. Now in order to some machines are computer, machine and computer should be like this. Tell me whether I can draw my computer like this. If you draw computer like this, no computer is a phone will be false. Statement invalid. Alternate diagram cannot be drawn. This will be true forever. Done with this? Then coming to the next one. That means we cannot make it false at least once. As it cannot be false at least once, it must be true forever. Then coming to third conclusion, no key is a phone. To make this one false, now I should prove some of the keys are phones. Some keys are phones. Tell me whether I can draw like this. Some keys are phones. Now some of the keys are phones means this must be key. Tell me whether I can draw my key like this. If you draw key like this, along with this key, all keys are computers. And that means some computers or phones will be true, which implies that no computer is a phone will be false. Alternate diagram cannot be drawn, this will be true forever. Then coming to the fourth one, no television emission. Now to make this one false, tell me whether I can draw my television like this or not. Television. If you draw television like this, then what happens here? Some televisions are machines. That means no television emission will be false. Then what is your answer here? Only 2 and 3. As only 2 and 3 follows, that is choice 2 is the answer. Done? And this is about question number 92. Then question number 93. As question number 93. All walls are what? All walls are floors. And some walls are ceilings. All ceilings are basements. And no basement is a shelter. No basement is shelter. Now this is the basic diagram. And some shelters are ceilings. Some shelters are ceilings is false. All walls are basements, that is also false. Some ceilings are floors. Some ceilings are floors, that is definitely true. This is intersection of these two. And some basements are walls. Some basements are walls is also false. Then tell me what are the conclusions that follows here? And 3 and 4. And these two conclusions which follows from the basic diagram, 3 and 4, and these two are affirmative conclusions. As affirmative conclusion follows, and that will be true forever, choice 5 is the answer. Question number 93, choice 5. Then coming to question number 94. As tell me, question number 94. Now in this 94, some scripts or codes some of the scripts are codes, and all codes are profiles. All these codes are what? Profiles, and some profiles are dialects, and no language is a script. No language is script. No, so language and script cannot be intersected. Then coming to first conclusion, some dialects are script. Dialect and script cannot be intersected. As of now, it is false. Some codes are languages, and code is here, language is here, that is also false. Some dialects are code, that's also false. All dialects are languages, that's also false. All the conclusions false, that is none, choice 2. Isn't it? And this is about question number 94. Yes, 94, what is the answer here? 94. Now some dialects are skipped. Are you getting the answer or not? None follows is the answer, choice 2. Clear? Then what about 95? Now in this question number 95, all questions are answers. All these questions are what? Answers. And all problems are questions. All problems are questions. And all questions are answers. All problems are questions. All questions are answers. All solutions are replies. No answer is a reply. No answer is a reply. And next one, all solutions are replies. All solutions are replies. Then first one, all problems are answers. All problems are answers, definitely true. And next one, no solution is a problem. No solution is a problem, that is definitely true. No question is a solution, that is also definitely true. No solution is an answer, that's also definitely true as of now. Then among this, now these three conclusions are what? Negative conclusions. Then no solution is a problem. In order to make this one false, now my solution should be like this. Tell me whether I can draw like this? No. Hence alternate diagram cannot be drawn, that will be true forever. No question is a solution, again. Now this solution and question should be intersected like this. Can you intersect like this? No, it cannot. Hence alternate diagram cannot be drawn, this will also be true. And no solution is an answer, solution and answer should be intersected like this. Tell me whether I can draw intersect like this? No. Right, sir? We cannot draw like this. Hence what happens here, alternate diagram cannot be drawn. All the conclusions follow. 1, 2, 3 and 4 follow choice 4. And this is about question numbers 91 to 95, syllogisms. Then coming to 96 to 100. Now question numbers 96 to 100. Now in this one, what is the information given here? 96 to 100. A scheme to strengthen the program of a large college and a small school is set up. It is agreed that the personnel would work in small groups of 3 persons. Okay? And each group consisting of how many persons? Each group should consist of exactly 3 members. With 2 persons from the large college and 1 from the small college. Isn't it? How many from the among these 3 persons? And 2 persons from the college and 1 person from the school. Then with the 2 persons from the large college, it was also agreed upon that no group be represented by the faculty member of the same subject area. Now we need to take care of this one. And no is represented by it, no group be represented by the faculty member of the same subject area. That means if one person is mathematics and another person from mathematics cannot be in that group. And one person is from, what are the other subjects here? And natural science. Another person cannot be from natural science and so on. That means no 2 persons belong to the same subject must be in the group. Clear? Then, and A. The following lectures, the large college represented by the following college. Yes, tell me who are the persons from the college here? A. A is for what? A, and the subject is English. And B is for mathematics, head of the department of maths. And next one, C, department of natural sciences. Natural sciences. Isn't it? Now these are the 3 persons from the first group, from the college. Among these 3 persons, we should always have 2 persons. Because from the large college, we should have 2 persons and 1 person from the school. Only 3 persons are there from the college. And among these 3, we should always take 2 persons. Either A and B, B and C, or A and C must be in the group. N from the school, and the small school has the following teachers. P teaches for mathematics. Now in this school, P teaches for what? P teaches for mathematics. And next one, P teaches mathematics, and Q teaches Hindi, and Q teaches for what? Q teaches for Hindi, and R and S teaches for English. R and S teaches for what? R and S teaches for English. And in these type of selection criteria type of questions, we should always go through the questions rather than trying to finalize the arrangement. Okay, in these type of questions, arrangement is not possible. And for each and every question, there is a separate condition will be added. Based on that condition, we need to finalize the answers. Then coming to question number 196. Which of the following must be a group? Tell me which of the following must be a group here. Then choice 1. Tell me only one. If A shows on a committee, S must be assigned to that group. True or false? If A is there in that committee, can S be there in that committee? No. Why S cannot be there in that committee? Because A from English and S is also teaching English, and two persons of the same subject cannot be in the group. And choice 1 is ruled out. Condition number 1, we cannot have condition number 1 in your answer. As condition number 1 cannot be your answer, this choice 1 is ruled out, choice 4 is also ruled out. Isn't it? Then condition number 2. A cannot serve in a committee. If A is not there, then who will be there in that committee? B and C must be there. Because from college we should have two persons. If A is not there, B and C will be there. As B and C will be there, then tell me who is the other person. A cannot serve in a committee, then P cannot be assigned to that group. True or false? As A cannot be there, B and C must be there. As B is there, B is from mathematics, and P is from mathematics cannot be assigned to that group. Are you following this one or not? Then what is the group here? B, C, and the condition number 2 is true or not? Condition number 2 is true. Hence 2 is there. Hence as 2 is there, now we should check out choice 5 because 2 and 3 is the condition here. Then what about 3 here? If A cannot serve on a committee. If A cannot serve on a committee, then B and C must be in that committee. Then C must be served in that committee, true or false? Yes, that is definitely true. Then what is your answer here? Both 2 and 3, that is choice 5 is the answer. Done with this? Here we are not trying to finalize the arrangement. Rather than doing that one, we are always trying to satisfy the given condition. Then question number 97. Which of the following represents a group properly composed? Yes, tell me what is the group here? BCQ. Tell me whether BCQ can be formed in that group or not. B and C is from mathematics and natural science, and Q is Hindi. 2 persons from college and 1 person from the school. And these 3 persons belongs to 3 different subjects. And the choice 1 is a valid group. Then coming to question number 98. Which of the following may serve with S? Yes, tell me who can serve with S here? As S is there, S is 1 person from school is satisfied, and S teaches English. As S teaches English, and B cannot, and A cannot be in this one. And who will be in that one? B and C must be there. Hence B, C and S, and B and C must be in that group. Are you getting the answer or not? Hence 98, what is the answer here? 2. With S, who can be here? A cannot be here. As A cannot be here, B and C must be in that group. S, B and C forms a group. 98. Then coming to question number 99. If C is not available for service, if C is not available for service, if C is not available, then who are the persons? A and B from the college. As A and B is from college, A is from English and B is from mathematics. As A is from English, R and S cannot be in that group because R and S will also teach English. And B is mathematics and P is mathematics, P also cannot be in that group. Then who must be in that group? Q must be in that group because that Q is Hindi. Then which of the following must be in that committee? Tell me who is that persons here? C is not there. A, B and Q is the order. A, B and Q. Q and A must be in that one. Then what is your answer here? Choice 3 is the answer. Clear now? Now C is not there in that committee. As C is not there, A and B is there. If A and B are there, P, S and R cannot be there. Then Q must be there. Then what is the group? A, B and Q is the group. Now out of which what is given? Q and A is given. Hence it must be under choice 3. Then question number 100. Then question number 100. Which of the following must be true? Q and R are always on the same group. Q and R always on the same group. Can that be true? No, because Q and R are these two persons belongs to school. From school we should have only one person, we cannot have two persons, hence one cannot be your answer. Done with this? Then P and R never be in the same group. Is it true or false? P and R can never be in the same group is always true. Why? Because P and R from school we should always have only either P or R, but not 2. Hence, this is true. Then condition number 3. And what is 3 here? When P serves, C must serve. When P is there. When P is there, that is P is teaching what? Mathematics. Then C must also serve. Is it true? Why that will be true? Because as P teaches mathematics, now in the college B teaches mathematics, B cannot be there. As B cannot be there, 2 persons from the college should be there, hence A and C must be in that group. What is the group here? P, A and C. Then what is your answer? 2 and 3 both are true, that is choice 5. Done with this? Now this is about question paper number 63, question numbers 96 to 100. Yes, anything left over in this paper? Paper number 63. Yes, anything else to be discussed in this paper? 52. Yes, question number 52 from number series. Now question numbers 51 to 55 number series. Now in this one, question number 52. Yes, question number 52, what is the difference here? The numbers are decreasing at a very smaller rate. As the numbers are decreasing at a smaller rate, we should go for the difference. Tell me what are the differences. 319 and 317, here the difference between these two numbers is minus 2. And 317 and 326, what is the difference here? 9. And the next one, 28, 298 and 26, here the number is 28. Yes, what are these numbers? 2, 9, 28. We have discussed n number of times these numbers. Because last year in at least 2 of the examinations, the same logic with the same numbers were given. That's what we have discussed. Yes, how can you express this 2? 2 can be expressed as 1 cube plus 1. 9 can be expressed as 2 cube plus 1. And 28 can be expressed as 3 cube plus 1. Next one, check out here, the difference will be 65. Whether it is 65 or not? 65. And 65 is what? 4 cube plus 1. Next one, 5 cube plus 1. What is 5 cube plus 1? 126. First one is minus, next one is plus, next one is minus, next one is plus, finally it should be minus. 363 minus 126. And 3 minus 6 is 7. Among the given choices, 7 at the last place is given in only in choice 1. Done with this? And this is about question number 52. Yes, anything else? 54. Now question number 54. Yes, tell me what is there in this one? 54, 2, 3, 8, 27, 112. Again, if you check out the choices, the choices are in 600s. As the numbers are increasing at a very faster rate, hence it must be under combination or product. 2 into 1 plus 1 is 3, 3 into 2 plus 2 is 8, 8 into 3, 24 plus 3 is 27, and 27 into 4 plus 4 is how much? 108 plus 4, 112, and finally 112 into 5 plus 5. 112 into 5 plus 5 is how much? 112 into 5 plus 5, 565, choice 4. 565 or 660? 565, choice 4. Hence 54, it is choice 4. Anything else? As this is about